Hi, good evening.
Hello, hi Sampath.
Hi.
Yeah, let's wait for others to join in and we can get it started.
Hi.
Hello, hi Ravi. Yeah, let's wait for if Pranit is joining. Otherwise, we can get it started. Pranit and Kamal, right? So let's wait for them for another 2 minutes. If not, we can get it started. Okay. Yes, we can get it started. Okay, last time, who had this Visual Studio installed?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to share the screen.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sampath. We can get started. Go ahead, share your screen. Yes, we can see your screen and hope most of the concepts what we have discussed in the last class is clear and you all have practiced it also. So now what we can do is that we have seen how to use Azure DevOps using the Azure repos option from the Azure DevOps UI and also from using the Git tool, right? So right now, most of the developers, what they do is that they'll go ahead and use a tool for their working, the IDE tools like Visual Studio Code and Visual Studio. There are many other tools like Eclipse and all those things. But right now we are taking the Visual Studio as the tool, and we'll show you how we can also use all these features in Visual Studio as well. Okay, so can you go ahead and open Visual Studio?
Yeah, it's open.
No, we are not able to see it. The Azure DevOps screen is only open, right? So I want you to open that tool actually.
Okay, just a second.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Now,
So
okay.
yeah. It is open. So here what we can do is that let's clone a repository. Okay. Yeah, click on clone a repository and you can give the link of the repos here. Okay. Go to the repos. Yeah, copy that. Yeah, click on clone. Yes, paste it here. Okay, click on clone. Okay, it is cloning the repository. And you can also see that once you started cloning it, as it is a Git repository, you can see an option called as Git in this tool. Okay, so when you see file, edit, view, after that you see a option called as Git, right?
Yeah.
So this is the new addition, like from 2019 onwards, you will have a separate tab called as Git that will be added to your tool for your Git changes. Okay. But I also want you to, where this Git will have only two kind of an option. Can you please go ahead to that Git option? Yes, if you see, it will have all these options. Like you can clone the repository, you can look at the local repositories, and you can commit, like how we commit from the UI. You can commit it, you can fetch it, pull, push, sync. And then if you want to create a new branch, if you want to view the branch history, manage the branches, and if you want to look at the options which are provided from the Azure DevOps, like your pull request and all those things, you can see. And so these are the options that you will be seeing from the new tool changes. Okay, but right now I also want you to see how the older options look like also. So for that, what we can do is that let's disable this new thing. We can enable it also later. Okay, can you go? Yeah, can you go to tools option?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, and click on options. Options at the end. Yeah. Okay, so under not environment, minimize the environment. Left hand side, you see environment, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that you minimize it.
Minimize?
Yeah, click on the environment. There is a small
Oh.
button, right? Yeah, arrow mark. Yes. Here, click on, you can click on source control. You can click on Git repository settings, or yeah, repository settings first. You see anything here? Okay, and there is one setting that you will have to do under the Git repository settings, is that prune remote branches during fetch, right? So keep it allow. It's true, yeah. Okay, and then you see, you go to the Git global session, global settings. Okay, so can you scroll down? Okay, there'll be one, this one, okay. Can you go to plugin selection?
Which one?
Plugin selection under the source control.
Yeah.
Okay, that is fine. Can you again expand environment only? Expand environment option, the first one, yes?
Yeah.
Here, there should be one more option. Preview features. There is an option called as preview features, right? Yeah, scroll down a little bit. Yeah, there. Yes. So here, scroll down and disable new Git experience. Scroll down. Oh, you don't see any option for that?
No, there is no.
There is no option, right? Okay. Maybe under preview features only, there will be one checkbox which will tell you will have to disable the, you can disable the new Git experience. Okay. So something like that, it will be there. Maybe here you don't see it because of the version, I think, because I was using the 2019. So here we have the latest version, right? 2022. So might be because of that. That's okay. We can use a new Git experience only, but I'll also send you a link which will show you how the older Git will look as well. Okay, with all the options. I will also send you that. Right now, yeah, you can click on OK. Okay, so now we have already cloned our solution, right? So you're seeing that under the Solution Explorer, you can open the Team Explorer as well. So can you go to View? Yeah, click on Team Explorer. Okay, so here you see, you are able to see few options with respect to the Git. You see Git repository and Git changes. Below, you see what is the URL that has been cloned under Azure DevOps. So that is the link that we have cloned. And also under the project, you will be able to see few settings that will help us to connect with Azure DevOps. Like if you go to work items, can you please click on the work items? To your right hand side, yeah, below. Right hand side below, you see work items, right? Yes. So this work items will help you to create a new work item from this tool also. Like apart from creating the new work item from the UI, you can also create the new work item. You see a small link, right? New work item. Yeah, there. Using that, you can also create the new work item, and you can create the queries also. And you can see under the queries, you see my query, shared queries, right? So it will also allow you to see different types of queries, export them, work with them, and all those operations that we are able to do from the UI, you will be able to do from this tool also. Okay, can we go back to the home? Can you click on the home button here under the Team Explorer only? Yes, small button is there, no? Yes, that one. So
So Jesse,
similarly,
I have a question.
yes, go ahead.
విజువల్ స్టూడియో మనం ఎంత ఆఫన్ గా వాడచ్చు అంటారు? అంటే మోస్ట్లీ అదే ఇది ఒక
Yeah.
ఆప్షన్ కదా?
Yeah, but I request you to talk in English because we are going to record this, right? We are going to save this recording for further issues. When we stop the recording,
Okay, no
we can
problem.
talk in our native language. Okay, I'm sorry for that.
No problem. How often is it? This is an option, right? I mean,
Yeah, this
we
is an
won't
option.
be using it very frequently, right?
Yes, we won't be using this very frequently, but why I'm showing this tool also is because you as a DevOps engineer, you will be helping the developers who will be using this tool. Okay, so what issues might come up is that they will tell you that I opened the Visual Studio, but I'm not able to see any Git plugin, or I enable the Git plugin, even then I'm not able to clone it. Or when they are cloning also, they might get a few errors, like if they are not authorized, or if they are trying to get a huge file, they will also get few errors. For that, they will ask your help to resolve it. So in order to resolve their issues, at least you should have an overview of how the tool will look like, and how Azure DevOps options and how Azure DevOps is integrated inside the tool, in order to guide them. So that is the reason I just wanted to take you all through this tool. Got it, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so the similar way, we are going to see the build options and setting options also. And the same way, if you go and see the Git changes, you will see the changes with respect to the Git. So can you please click on the Git changes option? To your right hand side below only. Yeah, below you see Git changes, right? Yes. So here, if you see, you will be able to see the changes that you are going to make, and then push it again into the repository. Okay, so right now let's do one thing. Go to the Solution Explorer. Below only you can change, switch the tab. You are in the right hand side, right? Right below, can you just scroll down and see there is a small, yeah, there, that is a Solution Explorer. Yeah, so here, okay, it is in the folder view. Let's do one thing. Okay, just double click on the folder view. No, there only, above itself. There is a folder. Yeah. No, don't go to the home. Yeah. Click on that folder. Yes. Click on that folder. Okay. So, okay, fine. So let's go ahead and add a new file here. Let's quickly change, make the changes, push it back to the repository, and then we'll continue with other topics. Okay. Yeah. Now I want you to add a file. If you want to add a file, yeah, click on the folder, Azure DevOps. Yes, right click. Yeah, right click on it. Yeah, you see a add button, right? Yeah, now you can add a new file. Yeah, new file. Let that be, let it be like that only. Let it be only new file. Yeah, click somewhere else so that it will start creating that file. Okay, inside that new file, you can add the contents here. Okay, but right now we have not given any extension to that file, right? You can just type test something. Okay, just click on save button, or you can also use Control S. Yes. Okay, now let's go ahead to the changes. Okay, go to the home button and go to the Team Explorer. Below only where you went for the Solution Explorer, no, below you will see Team Explorer also. So the difference between Solution Explorer and Team Explorer is Team is used for Azure DevOps navigation. Okay, yeah, go to the Git changes. Git changes, yeah, below option, yes, that one. It is already highlighting, you know, that there is some changes. So if you see under the changes option, you see it is saying you 7 changes are there. Okay, that is because this is the first time you're making the change, right? So that is the reason it is taking all the changes. You can go ahead and let's commit it and push it. Okay, so you need to enter a message. Yeah, go ahead and enter first commit or whatever it is. Yeah, demo is also fine. Okay, and once you type in the message only, you will see those buttons getting enabled, like your commit all, the small drop down below that, right? So can you click on the drop down? Yeah, click on that option. Yeah, you will see there are many options. Okay, commit all, what it will do is that it will just commit your changes into your local repository. That means your local copy. It will not push back to your repository. Okay, commit all and push, it will push. Commit all and sync, what it will do is that it will do both pull and push. Okay, that is the meaning of sync. That means in case if you want to first you also want to bring the changes which others have already committed and pushed to the repository, you want to do a sync with that changes also, you can use the commit all and sync. Then stash all and keep staged. This will help you whenever you want to just keep the changes in a temporary location. Okay, stash means you will have to keep that in the temporary location. It will help you if you want to make an index out of it, like if you want to keep that index tracking, it will use the stash all and keep staged. And stash all, it will just keep it will not track. Okay, so right now let's go ahead and do commit all and push. Yes. Okay, and it is telling you that it is already committed. Okay, it is doing the push now. It just committed, it is doing the push now. And you get a message saying that successfully pushed to the origin main. That means your repository. Okay, and it is also asking you to create a pull request. Okay, here if you click the create a pull request link, it will again take you to the Azure DevOps UI only. Okay, now let's quickly go ahead to the Azure DevOps. Yeah, now you refresh this link. Okay, it should give us the changes. This is the one we cloned, right? Maybe it is in the other branch. Yeah, click on the branches. Yeah, click on main. Yeah, why it is taking main is because see, this is the changes that we have pushed, right? Why it is taking main is because main is the default branch, right? So it will take the default branch if we don't have any other branch that we are committing the changes. Okay, so this is how we can use the Visual Studio also and push our changes. You can also perform all the other operations from the tool as well. Okay, so this is like a walkthrough of that tool and how to use the Azure DevOps thing. So now for any other operations, I want you all to go ahead and work on the other operations in Visual Studio tool. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at pipelines. Okay, this will be a homework that you can go ahead and work on each and every operations from Azure DevOps. Yeah, so now let's go ahead and understand what pipelines is, and also pipelines is also a main thing in Azure DevOps. Okay, whatever we have seen apart from Azure pipelines will be the subcategories that you will be using, but not to an extent that we use Azure pipelines. Maybe 10 to 30% is what you will be using when you are working as a DevOps engineer. Okay, the main thing that we will be working is upon the Azure pipelines itself. First, let us understand what is a pipeline is. So in a simple word, I want to tell you is pipeline will be like a flow that you will be giving for any kind of a product that you are going to build. Okay, so right now what we can do is that let's go ahead and create a simple pipeline to understand what is a pipeline. Okay, because even the definitions are many. Okay, so it'll not help us to understand what actually the pipeline is, and it is also individual understand how this pipeline will be understood for each of them. So right now what we can do is that when you see create pipeline, you can go ahead and click on create pipeline. Let's see what all options we have. Click on create pipeline option. Yes, create pipeline. Okay, wait. So in this create pipeline, you have different options to select where your code that you're taking from. Okay, so before we create the pipeline, let me tell you there are two categories for creating the pipeline. Okay, so one is using the classic editor, which will be completely UI based, so that you will be having the predefined task. You will be dragging and dropping that task and using that task for your building. That is one. There is one more where you will be using a YAML pipeline. Okay, so we will be seeing both. For the first to start with, let's start with the easier approach, that is using the classic editor. Okay, so now you see below there is one link, use the classic editor. Yes, click on that. So if you see, this is like a UI model where it is asking you to select a source. Okay, so whenever you start creating a pipeline, it will first ask you what is that repository that I'll have to choose. That means from where I will get the source. Okay, so now select a source. It is by default selecting Azure Repos Git. We can keep by default Azure Repos Git, and also you can select which repository you're going to choose and which team project that you're going to work and what is the branch that you can select. That means why are we selecting this source is because we need to give a content, we need to give a code for building it, right? So for every code that you see, you see a building option. So you in order to do that process, it is asking you where the code is being stored. Okay, apart from Azure Repos Git, you also have several other options. Like if you see after Azure Repos Git, you see GitHub, you see GitHub Enterprise Server, you see Subversion, you see Bitbucket Cloud, and you see other Git also. Okay, so what are these are? These are the different source control management system that is available in the market. Okay, so in here, Azure Repos Git, GitHub, GitHub Enterprise Server, other Git. So all these are a similar type of the source code management system where it is a Git. Okay, but it depends on what kind of license you have and where you're using the Git. If you're using in Azure Repos, it will be Azure Repos Git. If you're using outside of Azure Repos, like a general link that is from the GitHub, like if you have created a project in GitHub and you want to use that, you can use the GitHub option as well. Okay, and Subversion and Bitbucket are the other versions, other tools of your source control management system. Okay, so now let's go ahead and click on continue. Let's use a default source. Okay, yeah, once you hit the continue, you see you already have two options. The first option is select a template, or you can also use an empty job. Okay, so we'll be looking at it using an empty job. But when you come here, you also have one more option. Like you start creating the pipeline using the classic editor, and then you want to use YAML code. You can also go ahead and click the configuration as code. Otherwise, below you see under featured, you already see several templates which is available, right? So what does that mean is that in case if your application is a .NET desktop application, you can select this option where you will have the predefined steps already defined. Okay, so you don't have to see which step I need to add for the solution to build. Okay, if it is a .NET desktop, you can use that one. If it is an Android, you can use the second one, ASP.NET, Azure Web App, Docker Container, Maven. So right now, I don't want to confuse you all on how we will be selecting which template. Okay. So going onwards, when we will be creating multiple pipelines in this class. Okay. So going onwards, we will see how we can make the decision of choosing a template or empty job or configuration as a job. So right now, I want you to click on empty job so that let's create a small pipeline to understand it clearly. So now when you create an empty job, it just gives you the overall template and how your pipeline look like. Okay. So here under the pipeline only, you are able to see the name to your right hand side as Azure DevOps CI. CI stands for continuous integration. Okay. What is continuous integration means? As it already says, you are going to integrate something continuously, right? So what is that something is? It is a code. Okay. That means whenever there is a change that is being made from the developer's point of view, whenever you push a change to a repository, immediately that push will be building using this particular uh, pipeline. Okay, that is what it usually is called, but let's see that also. And what is the name and what is this pool? What is this agent pool is? Can you click on this, click on the drop down below Azure Pipeline? Yeah, click on that. So you right now you have a pipeline, you have some tasks added to it. Okay, so usually we'll be adding some tasks, but when you add the task, where it is going to run, is it going to run in your local system? Because we are not mentioning any system here, right? But for every job to run, it needs a system, right? So the machine that this task is going to run is usually given under agent pool. Okay. So right now, by default, it is taken Azure Pipelines, wherein Azure will only allocate a temporary machine and then it will run your task. It will give you the output. Okay. That is Azure Pipelines. Or we also might get requirements saying that I don't want to use the Azure Pipelines because it is open, right? It is not secure, it is open. All the code that you have written will be running in the temporary machine, which is public, right? You don't want that. You want to run your code inside your internal environment itself, inside your company's policies itself. During that time, you will be making use of private agents. Okay, so we'll be working with both the agents. I'll show you how to configure the private agent also and how to use that as well. Okay, so for understanding, these are the two things, MS hosted and the self-hosted. Usually the terms will be MS hosted, self-hosted. Got it? So next one, let's see what is that we have after the agent pool. Yeah, can you just click somewhere else? And then whenever you are giving the agent pool as Azure Pipelines, it will ask you which machine you are expecting for this job to run. Okay, so it will have all the three machines like your Windows, Mac, and the Linux also. Okay, so right now let's give Windows 2019 only. Let's go ahead and add a simple task. Okay, you see a plus button here. Agent job 1. Can you click on agent? Yeah, you are right. Yeah, click on it. Yes, that one. Yeah, see, you see all the predefined tasks. Right now, what we'll do is that let's go ahead and add a command line. Okay, so type in CMD. In the search button, can you type in CMD? Yes, there. Yeah, select the first one, add it, and click on that command line. To your left hand side, click on that command line. Yes, there. Yeah, now you see what is this task that is having the different options or the steps. Okay, so you see display name is command line. You can change the display name and also script. By default, they've already given how you can use the command line. Okay, so let it have the default thing. Write your commands here and hello world. Let's see how does this work. Okay, and if you want to see Right now we have task version. What is this task version is that the same task will be improvised based on the usage. Okay, so they might not give you some options in the initial version. In the second version, they will improve and add few other options. So that is the reason it will have task version. Okay, so it is always recommended you use the latest task version. But there is also one important thing. In case whenever you are using the task, sometimes the build will fail if you're using the latest version. In that cases, you can go ahead and use the older version. Okay, so that trick will also work. Scroll down, you can see under the advanced control options. Yeah, click on the advanced option here. It will show you what is the working directory. Okay, so what you can do is that if you want to provide any working directory from the repos only. So can you click on this 3 dots? Beside that, you see 3 dots, working directory beside that. Yeah, can you click on the 3 dots? Yeah, there it will ask you what is the working directory that you want this command line to be executed in that particular path. Okay, if you wish, you can go ahead and give it. So for this command line, I don't think we require any working directory. Okay, but whenever there is a huge solution file that you're working on, if you want this particular command to be executed there, okay, you can go ahead and use that. Right now, click on cancel. You can see the control options also. And you also have an option to fail it on standard error. Control option, by default, it will be enabled, and it will also tell you what is the timeout, what is the number of tries that if the task failed. Say, for example, this command line task will fail. Okay. So what is the number of retries it should do? So maybe due to the connection, sometimes few tasks will fail, right? So in case if you want to retrigger it, by default, you can mention the retries here. You can also mention the timeout until when it should go ahead and try to retry the job, like say 60 minutes or 5 minutes, 10 minutes like that. And run this task only when all previous tasks have been succeeded. Okay, that is also one option. If you scroll down, you can see even if the previous job has succeeded or failed, the next step it should go. If that is the case, you also have an option. Can you click on that drop down here? Not that, the above one, run this task. Yes, you see there are different scenarios also, like even if a previous task has failed, unless the build was cancelled, do you want to proceed? That is one option. Even if a previous task has failed, even if the build was cancelled. Okay, in case you manually cancel it, still also you want this task to run. Okay, only when a previous task has failed, custom condition. So these are the number of options that you have to have if you want to perform the task based on what it should run or fail. Okay, so this will be homework for you because we'll be seeing only one option right now, only when previous tasks have been succeeded. But keeping a simple pipeline, you can go ahead and try out all these options as well. Okay, and then let's go to the environment variables. Yeah, environment variables, we'll be seeing it little later, environment variables and output variables also. So I'll tell you, but I'll give you an overview. What is this environment variable? Okay, like how we are using the environment variable in our local laptop, right? We set the path for few of the applications. Similarly, if you have any kind of an environment variable that you will be using. So let me give you a scenario also when we are going to use environment variable. Say, for example, there is a requirement. The client will say you that you will have to create a pipeline, the build pipeline for getting the details of the virtual machines, CPU, memory, how the virtual machine is performing. Okay, so in that case, what you will do is that you will have to define certain environment variable, like the path where your drive is stored, right? So in order to do that, you will be using the environment variable and defining it in the script so that automatically when you run this, the environmental variable path will be picked up and it will be giving you result based on that. Okay. And output variable, whenever you are defining something in your script as an output, say dollar output is your variable, okay, and you want to use that value in the next task. Okay, that time you will be using the output variable. We will also see how this output variable also we are using in our later classes. Okay, so for right now, it is the simple task where we are using just the echo, write your commands here, echo hello world in command line. Got it? Go ahead and click on save and queue here. We'll see the other options also, but I just want you to run this. Can you go ahead and click on save and queue button? Above? Yes, that one. Yeah, save and queue. Yeah, okay. These are all fine. Go ahead and click on save and run. These are all runtime parameters, okay? In case if you want to, while running, if you want to change the agent also, you can change. If you want to change the branch, you can change. So whatever you see, whenever you hit the save and queue button are the runtime parameters, okay? Yeah, scroll down. Okay, okay, good. So you're seeing an error, right? So can you click on that error? Yeah, on that. No, just not troubleshooting. You can click on that error itself. No hosted parallelism. Okay, so here you see it is telling you. Yeah, you can also refer to the troubleshooting also in a little later if it is a general scenario where it is failing. So here agent job 1, what is it telling? No hosted parallelism has been purchased or granted. Okay, to request a free parallelism grant, please fill out the following form is what it is saying. Okay, so can you just scroll to your right hand side? There will be a form link. Yeah, open that one. Open that HTTPS link, enter the parallelism request. Yeah, open it in a new tab. You can enter it in the link itself above in the main URL. Yeah, there. Yeah, just paste that link. It will open a form. Okay, you can fill this. Just give your name, email ID. Let me tell you why this they have introduced. Okay, because nowadays we have been using pipelines to a vast extent, right? So they just want to confirm it is the valid user. So that is the reason they are giving this form for the multiple parallelism agents. Okay. Yeah, this one you can copy the Azure DevOps organization URL and paste it here. Yeah, that one. You can give private. Click on submit. So why is this form is because if you increase the parallelism count, it will allow you to run multiple pipelines in one go. Okay, so let's go back to our pipelines. Okay, click on the arrow mark here. The arrow mark here, return arrow mark, jobs in run #1. Yes, there you see arrow mark. Yeah, let's go back and then click on the 3 dots here. Yes, click on edit pipeline. Okay, why it is showing parallelism? Okay, let's click on the agent job 1. Agent job 1. Yes, there you click on that. Okay, wait. So here to your right hand side, you see display name, agent job 1. Agent pool is fine. Inherit from pipeline, that is fine. Scroll down. Parallelism, we have not actually defined anything, right? Parallelism is none only. Timeout, job cancel out, that is okay. see here you see an option for the execution plan, right? So if you want to have the parallelism, we are seeing none. Okay. Okay, just scroll above, scroll above. Yeah, inherit from pipeline is there, no agent pool. Can you change that to Azure Pipelines? Click on the scroll down, scroll bar. Azure Pipelines. Agent specification also you mentioned here. That should not make any difference, but we are just trying, okay. Okay, just click on save and queue. Okay, yeah, that is fine. Save and run. Okay, okay. So, okay. So now what they have done is that we don't have the free runs, okay, for creating the pipeline. They will say you will have to purchase it, only then you will be able to run the pipelines. Okay, so that is okay until we have already filled the form. It will take another 2 days or 3 days. Within 3 days to grant you the free parallelism. Let us not wait for that to happen. Let's go ahead and see the self-hosted approach. Okay, so what is self-hosted approach is that you are going to register your own laptop as the machine that the Azure pipeline can use. Okay, so let's see that option. For that, I want you to go ahead and click on project settings below. Project settings icon, yes. Here under the agent pools, click on agent pools. Yeah, under the pipelines. Yes. So the same thing what you will be seeing in the pipelines, okay? Azure pipelines and default. Yeah. Click on default. Yeah. Default is your self-hosted, okay? Yeah. So here you will have to add the agent. So click on new agent. Right hand side. Yeah. Click on new agent. Okay. So based on the machine that you have, you can download the agent and the configuration also 6486. You can download it. Okay. So can you click on download? Yeah, once it is downloaded, let's open it. Yeah, open. I think it is an archive, right? Can you unzip it? Yeah, extract. Yeah, that's okay. Let it be in that location only. Okay. Yeah, let's go to that location. I think it will be in downloads. Yeah, the one VSTS agent below the folder you see VSTS agent win 64. Not that one. That is a zip folder, right? There is already a folder with that. Yes. Open that. Open the bin. Okay. So here, go to the unzip folder. Okay. Go back to bin. Okay. Scroll down. Scroll down. Okay. Agent listener, agent plugin host. Okay. That is okay. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. You will be seeing one agent workers, agent servers is okay. There should be one. Okay, go back to downloads actually. So these are the DLL files that it is taking from the bin. Okay, so that will not be useful for us. Yeah, click on VSTS agent only, zipped file only. You click on the first one, not this one. Zipped one only. Yeah, the one. See. Okay. See, now you see there is one config.command and run.command, right? Yeah. So we'll be running the config.command. Okay. Can you just double click on it? Okay. It is like an exe which will open up. But what is that it is saying? Okay. Do one thing. Copy this file. Copy both config.same. Okay. You need to have all the other this thing also. I think it was not extracted properly. Okay. That is the reason you are seeing only bin. But otherwise, you should be able to see all these folders which are inside this one. Okay, click on extract to. One second, wait. Update mode, extract and update files. Click on extract and update files. Okay, and select any of the location. Okay, that is fine. Okay, go back. No, that's okay. That's okay. Update files. Let it be. Select any of the location under the desktop where you want this particular file to be stored. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can click there also. Under the desktop, you can select also. You can create a new folder also. Yeah, let that be in download only. Let's see. I think for extracting 7-zip will be good. Okay, so that it does. Okay, that's fine. Minimize this. Let's go ahead and see if this has been extracted with everything. Okay, externals, all these things are fine. No, this is externals only. I think it is extracting folder by folder. That is the reason. Okay. Click on the VSTS agent one only. VSTS agent win. That's okay. Copy these two files. Copy config command and inside this only. Config.command and run.command. Copy both of this. Config.command, run.command. Yeah, copy those two files. Copy and paste it under downloads. Yeah, here only. Paste it here. Oh, I think it is already there. Huh? Okay, replace the files. Okay, scroll down. Yeah, it is there. See, yeah. Yeah, right click on it and open it as run as administrator. Yeah. Okay, let's wait for it to load. Okay. Now you need to enter the server URL. Okay. Copy the URL. Go to Azure DevOps. Yeah. So here, yeah, close this. Copy the URL from dev.azure.com/sampathkumar test. Only till there you copy. One second. Yeah. Remove all that. Yes. Yeah. Remove under Sampath Kumar test. Remove that slash also. Yeah. Enter. Authentication type. Press enter. Okay. We need to create a path. Okay. Let me show you how to create a path also. So go to Azure DevOps. Here you see an icon called as your profile, right? To your right hand side above. Yes. Beside that you see one more thing, one more small profile, not here. Beside that you see a man symbol. Yeah. There you go and see personal access tokens below. Yes, click on that. You need to create a new token. Okay, so create new token. Give the name as self-hosted. Expiration, click on the option. No, let it not be 30 days. Let us keep it as custom defined. Yeah, click on custom defined. Select the date. Select the maximum date. Like I think it will be there for the next year also. So you can select the year option as well. Can you click on the button, the side 2022 you see, right? There you see the below arrow mark. Yes, click there. Yeah, click June. Select June. Yes, select 12th. Let's keep the maximum time. Yeah, anything you can say. Yeah, 12th. Okay. And then give full access. Okay. Yeah. Now create it. Click on create. One second. Copy this one. Copy this one. Okay. And this will be only one time. Okay. Whenever you are creating any personal access token, it will be only one time. So make sure you save it personally. Okay. Copy this, save it first, save it in a notepad, and then we can copy the same thing for the config. Yeah. Save it sometime. Okay. And now close this. Yeah, go ahead and enter it here. Enter. Let it validate. Yeah. Enter. Just enter. Enter. It is already taking the default values. Okay. Okay. Testing connection is done. Enter. Wait. Run agent as service. No. Type in no. N. Yeah. Enter. No. N. Okay, why we have selected N for both of the things is because we are adding your laptop as a self-hosted agent, right? We don't want this laptop to be used like whenever it is auto started, again, it will go ahead and start that command. I don't want that. We want to run only whenever we want to run. It is a manual configuration, okay? So that is the reason I gave that. Now go back to downloads and there is one more exe you will have to run. That is your run, okay? So till now what we did is the configuration only. Okay. So you can see, okay, before we run this, I want you to go to the Azure DevOps. Okay, it already started scanning. Okay, fine. Go to Azure DevOps. Click on the main button there. Oh, yes. Now go to this project, Azure DevOps. Go to the project settings. Agent pools. Go to default because we gave default, right? Go to agents. Now you see your agent is registered, right? Your laptop is registered and see it as online. Okay, that is because until you run command, it will not show you online. It will be idle, okay, or offline. It will be right now. We have already run that command so that it will be online. That means your system is ready to take up any jobs. Got it, right? So that is the reason whenever you want to make this system online, you will have to run that file which is called as run.command so that it will be ready to take up the jobs. If you don't want to do that, you can just close that command line. You see there is one command line already open and it is running, right? Can you click on that command line below? After your Zoom meeting, after your zip one, you see a command line, right? Below in your shortcut items. Yeah. See, now it is, this one shows you that it is connected to the server and it is listening for the jobs. Okay. So whenever you need to run the jobs, you need to make sure you are running the command.exe, sorry, run.exe and keep it open like this. Okay. You have to minimize this. Only then it will show you online. and it is ready to take up the jobs. In case if you close this command line, what it will tell you is the agent will be configured, but it is not yet ready to take up the jobs. Okay, that is what we have seen, those two options, right? If you want to keep this auto start or you want to just run this as a service. Okay, if you run this as a service from the behind thing, it will go ahead and keep running the service where your your laptop will always be online. Okay, but I don't want to do that because it will take a little bit of memory. So that is the reason I told you it will let us configure it manually, so that whenever you open this run.exe only, you can go ahead and run your jobs. Got it? So minimize this. Let's go ahead and change few configuration in the pipeline. Yeah, go to the pipelines. Pipelines. Yeah, select that pipeline. Azure DevOps CI. Yeah, select that pipeline. Yes. Edit. Click on edit button here, your right hand side above. Okay, now we are going to change the pipeline setting here. Okay, so under agent pool, select the default. Right hand side agent pool, you see, yes, there you have to select the agent. Yeah, instead of Azure Pipelines, let's give default. Okay, and agent job 1, can you please click on agent job 1? Yes, there also you need to change. Okay, because we have just changed the setting, right? Yeah, here also scroll down under the agent pool, above. Yeah, agent pool, you see, yes, here give inherit from pipeline. Okay, it should be inherit from pipeline only. I just thought if we change it, it might change, but it did not. Okay, yeah. Now go ahead and save and queue. Yeah, save and run. Okay, click on agent job 1 now. Yeah, click on that. We can see what is happening. Okay, so that is the reason. We can see the log here. See, it is telling you what is the agent name that it took. It is showing you the agent name also. Okay, and first thing is by default, it will check out the code. Okay, so this checkout code is the pre-step, which will not be there under the task. The second one is your command line script. It got executed. And then the last one is also check out Azure. It will clean the solution. Okay, so right now you see the pipeline ran without any error because we are using the self-hosted approach. Okay, so can you click on agent job 1? Yeah, I'll show you what are the details. Okay, yeah, so here you see what is the pool. It is the default pool. What is queued? It just queued with manage parallel jobs. And then what is the agent? Is your laptop. So you will be wondering why it is showing your laptop name. That is because we just configured this to act as the underlying machine for the job. Okay, your laptop. That is the reason it is giving you the agent here. And then what is the duration that it took to execute this particular job and the other details also. Okay, so right now we have added only one task, right? So let's go ahead and click on that task. Can you click on the command line script task? Command line script? No, not that one. So minimize that. Here only. Yes. You see command line script? Yeah, to your left hand side only. Yes, that one. Click on there. So this is the job that we added, right? So what is it printing you? It is printing you write your commands here and hello world. Okay. So that is where this, yeah, 12th line and 13th line. Okay. So it gave you whatever was there in that particular command line. So we have taken the command line task and we wanted to print 2 lines, which is your write your commands here and hello world. That is our job. Okay, that is our task. So that is the reason it just printed. Okay, and what is the machine that it considered to do this particular task is your local laptop. That is the using the self-hosted approach. Hope right now at least it is clear what is pipeline and how we are going to use the pipeline, right? In the similar way, if we are using MS hosted, what will happen is that automatically there will be a machine that will be allocated from the Azure DevOps point of view, and it will execute your commands and it will show you the output under this particular logs. Got it, right? So let's do one thing. Let's do a minor change to this. Can you go back to the pipelines? Click on edit. Yeah, go to pipelines. Yeah, you can use that button also. 3 dots, edit pipeline. Yeah, right. Edit pipeline. Yeah, go to command line. Okay, just change the message here. Echo world is there, no? Echo world. Yeah, just type in echo. Echo is used to display the message, right? Yeah, type in echo space. Give anything like demo first pipeline. Yeah, anything. Okay. Save and queue. Yeah, save and run. Click on agent job 1. Let's see how it is running. So this is how you usually monitor. Okay, whenever you start running the pipeline and you want to see what is the logs that is happening. Right now, we have considered only a simple task, that is your command line, and you're able to see the logs. But actually, whenever you're working, you will have many tasks that will appear under this jobs log, and there will be many failed pipelines also. Okay, in order to see what is the error with what it has failed, you can go ahead to this particular log, hover or keep on your, the agent request is already running and is already completed. Just refresh this. I think it should be able to. Did you close that? No, it is already running. Okay. Refresh this link once. Okay, I think there is one more job that could run. No, that is fine. That is fine. Can you just click on the pipelines option to your left hand side below? Okay, it ran. It was just taking time. Yeah, click on that. Click on agent job. You will see the changed one. Click on command line script job here. You see here, hello world. After that, you see live demo. Okay, so this is a simple change that we have made, and we have seen how this particular pipeline will work. Okay, so this is a sample pipeline, but now let's go ahead and understand the other aspects also about the pipeline. Can you click on edit pipeline? The same similar way, go back and click on edit pipeline. Yeah, edit pipeline. So here, apart from whatever settings we have seen, we also have something called as variables. Okay, so we are seeing everything under the tasks tab, right? So below that you see variables. After the tasks, you see an option called as variables here. Above the pipeline. Yes. So these are the variables option. So under the variables, we have pipeline variables and variable groups also. So you will be seeing how to use the variables in a little while later. Okay, so this is how you can define the variables. Like you can add the name, you can define the variable for that, and we will see how to use that variable also. Okay, and then we have the trigger options. Triggers, we have options and history. So let's see all these options in detail, because this is like a one-time thing that we'll be seeing with respect to the pipelines. Later on, we'll be creating a pipeline with many tasks. Okay, so that time we'll be seeing how to use all these options as well. But for the overview about these options, to understand it, we'll cover it in the next class. Okay, so till now, I hope at least the basics of how this build pipeline, how to create the build pipeline using the classic editor is clear, and what will be the options while we are selecting to create the pipeline is also clear, and how we can configure the self-hosted agent is also fine. Okay, so maybe after 2 days we can cross check if MS hosted is active. We can use the MS hosted options also and see how to trigger the pipeline and build the pipeline. Okay, so tomorrow we'll continue using the pipelines, we will be seeing how to use pipelines for a solution. Okay, right now we have used only one task. We'll clone one of the solution from the Google, and then we'll see how to run that pipeline. Okay. So whatever whatever we have discussed as the homework, I want you to go ahead and try that out. Okay, the pipeline run options, right? We have seen, and under the task, whatever options were there. So I want you to try that out and let me know if you have any kind of issues. Okay, and even if you don't understand also, let me know. We can reiterate the same topic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you both. See you tomorrow.
Have a good night.